I recently heard of this film called Close. It was developed and produced by Netflix. Have you heard of it?
I have.
What a surprise. You happen to have seen it as well, watched it as well.
I have watched it, yeah.
Shall we chat about that?
I think we should.
It's a shame I haven't watched it.
Why not?
But you can elucidate and teach me what's going on in there. And maybe I can then decide, like our viewers here, if they want to see. So, the film is directed by Vicky Jewson. I don't know how I know that information. I just happen to. It's got the only one person I know in the film, Noomi Rapace, from Sherlock Holmes and Prometheus fame. She did really well in Prometheus. She like saved the entire humanity. I don't know if you've noticed, she's quite a heroic character. So how did she do here? This film is about close protection officers. In other words, bodyguards. Protecting people, going about their daily lives, and
it focuses more on Noomi Rapace and her current sort of person
client.
that she has to client. So she plays Sam, who is bodyguard and counter-terrorism.
She's a man?
No.
Oh.
Like Samantha.
That's
Sam.
fine.
And so it starts off and she's sort of in the Middle East somewhere and she's under attack and you get to see like a little taster of her abilities and what she can do in terms of in a firefight and things. Okay. That's quite cool. And then you cut back to America or something and you get introduced to this sort of wealthy, misbehaving heiress. Her father has died and left her a large portion of shares in a company that her stepmother expected those shares, and it's her family's mining company, so she's obviously quite upset that the daughter is getting all of these shares.
Oh, okay.
And they hire Noomi Rapace to protect the daughter because they think that there's a kidnapping risk and all this kind of stuff. But what I found really funny was the fact that, you know, they don't want a man, they want a woman to protect her because the daughter keeps on sleeping with her male protection officers.
Damn. Wow.
And it's like, oh, well, you know, the stepmother says, like, get her someone that she can't sleep with. So they get a woman. I'm like, yay, equality.
You mean equality from LGBT perspective?
Yay, women being hired for things because...
well, they've been... No, go on, please.
So she takes the job.
I might say something inappropriate here.
So she takes the job sort of unwillingly. And
unwillingly?
Yeah, she doesn't
well, money doesn't motivate her?
Well, I mean, $10,000 motivated her.
I'll do a lot for that.
We don't want to know.
Exactly. You don't need to elaborate on that at all.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, there's an attempted kidnapping in the family's compound in Morocco, and
they are this is based in the Middle East. Then it's not in New York.
Yeah, so it like had a little bit where they were in America, I think, and then they went over to Morocco. They were in the family's compound. It's this big high tech building with like cameras and shutters and automatic weapons in the walls and stuff like that. So there's an attempted kidnapping, they escape, and then you follow them as they try and find out who's trying to kill them, and
there's someone chasing them, obviously.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a
but
cat
it's
and
in a
mouse
compound,
thing. So they escape the compound, so the kidnappers come into the compound and kill all the guards.
And they're all masked with balaclava.
Yeah, no, they're not that secretive about
it, actually. Yeah. Well, it is very hot in the Middle East, so
exactly.
Yeah, they wouldn't be wearing balaclava.
But then the sun, you know, their skin.
Oh yeah. Well, these days you've got the SP15 and 30 sun protection, so
a tip for all of the terrorists.
Yeah, exactly. Have you thought about their skin? Come on.
Yeah. So then, there's a bit of a cat and mouse where they try and get out of the country, and then you know that plan falls through, and then they try and find out who's trying to kill them or kidnap them and things like that. And there's a relationship builds between.
It's the stepmom, isn't it?
I'm not saying anything. This is a spoiler-free review.
Fine.
You are led to believe that it
could
possibly
don't say anymore.
No, exactly. And a sort of mother-daughter relationship builds between Zoe and Sam, which is quite nice. And then because you find out that Zoe has a daughter that she had very, very young, so she's never seen, and who keeps on trying to contact her. So there's a lot of emotional bits between them, and it's like, you know, you should contact your daughter, or you should build sort of
She should have been close with her daughter.
exactly.
But please go on, yeah.
Don't we love it when they use the title of the film?
Yeah.
But it was interesting. The fight scenes were pretty good.
How was Noomi Rapace? Was she
She's good.
badass or?
Yeah, actually, I think she was. She was very cold and calculating, but then also you could tell that it bothered her when she did have to kill someone, and she didn't like doing it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she'd rather avoid that situation if she can. And you can tell, you know how in Atomic Blonde, Charlize Theron was you could tell that she was getting tired, and she was having to do other tactics to try and take out her opposition.
Without trying to kill them.
Well, not without trying to kill them, but with because she's not as strong or as burly as some of these massive guys that she's fighting.
Hey, equality, would you?
That's a fact.
Oh, okay, fine.
Noomi Rapace, she's small. She's
right.
short.
But with a gun, everyone's.
Yeah, but at some points it's hand-to-hand combat as well.
Okay, fine.
So she is not as strong as these big Moroccan guys. And you can tell that she's getting tired, and she's using all of these other tactics to try and beat them, and that's quite interesting. But I mean, it was okay. It wasn't super interesting and gripping.
Did it have a good ending though?
Yeah, actually, there were some things that weren't very clear, and they kind of alluded to things that they didn't end up explaining. And there was bits of dialogue that they didn't really elaborate on, which you're kind of like, wait, you just said something. I think you should go back to that. You should explain that, and they didn't.
I see. And hopefully they don't put a love interest for Noomi Rapace.
There was.
God's sake, man! Come on, you put one female character in an empowering position, and even then she has to have a love interest.
Yeah, I know. But again, spoilers. Fine. I don't want to give it away.
Okay, alright. Oh, it's a love interest who's trying to kill everyone, isn't it?
No.
Actually, don't
Stop trying to guess if you don't want the spoilers. But yeah, it's an easy watch, basically.
Okay.
You don't have to think about it too much. You can just kind of sit there.
Would you recommend someone to watch, on a lazy day after work?
Yeah, Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon or Monday after work, you just need to have
Monday after work, just kind of chill out at home, mindless watch, mindless violence.
Forget it tomorrow.
Yeah, just forget about it.
Yeah, I just need to spend my life somewhere. Might as well on a
I'm
film.
right in the middle. I'm giving it 2.5.
2.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, 5 out of 10. 50 out of 100.
Thank you.
Do no math, yeah. Okay, fine. I would say 2.5 out of 5 doesn't cut it for me. Don't watch the film.
Savage.
Spend your life doing something better, man. Fine, that's a wrap. Thanks very much for watching.
Bye.